my dear students, now we are going to discuss exclusively the treatment of the interest on drawings. So first let us understand what's the term drawings basically mean. Drawing means in case of a partnership firm of a business, when the partners, they withdraws the amount just for their personal use is what we call it as a drawings. So interest on drawings basically means it's actually the amount which the partners, they are supposed to pay to the firm. Okay, for the time duration they are holding the firm's amount is what we call it as an interest on drawings. As we have seen in the previous video, this interest on drawings is an income for the firm, but partner's point of view, it is an expense. Okay, so that's the reason you may be knowing about it. We used to show the interest on drawings in the credit side of the profit and loss appropriation account, and in the partner's capital account this interest on drawings is shown on the debit side, because you know this P&L appropriation we used to prepare it from the firm's point of view, and the partner's capital account which we are making, we are preparing it from the partner's point of view. Okay, so the basic purpose, like actually why is the concept of this interest on drawings is being used, is basically that is what it's, so therefore you know the partners can be discouraged, or the owners or the proprietors can be discouraged from drawing more and more amount out of the capital of the firm. That is the reason this concept of this interest on drawings is being introduced. Okay, so therefore now we will be discussing about actually you know the various different ways and the conditions. As per that we are supposed to deal with the case of the interest on drawings. So children, we have already seen drawings generally can be classified under the two categories. Okay, one is the drawings out of the capital which we have seen in the previous video, and another one is drawings out of the profit. Okay, when the drawings is out of the capital, you know it, we used to show it on the debit side of the fixed capital account. Okay, when we are following the first capital account method. Okay, and the second is the drawings out of the profit. When we are having drawings out of the profit, either we show it in the current account in the debit side, or this drawings out of the profit is also shown where there in case of the fluctuating partners capital account in the debit side. That's what we have seen it here. Now we are going to discuss about what are the circumstances based on which we are supposed to treat, or we are supposed to like actually the calculate the interest on drawings. So the first condition here it comes is when we are being given with the total drawings, okay, and the deed provides for the interest on drawings. As you know that the important condition in case of the interest on drawings is what, like actually only interest on drawings will be given to the partner if it is permitted according to the deed. If the deed does not provide, then no interest on drawings will be given to the partners. So the first condition is what, if the total drawings has been given and you know the rate of interest is also being given, means it means actually the deeds permits for the payment of the interest on drawings. Okay, from the partner's point of view, means that is actually the partners are asked to pay the interest on drawings to the firm. Okay, so along with the rate when the per annum term is there, but there is no clarity about the time interval. So we have already gone through this case. In such a situation, if the drawings it is assumed for a duration of the 12 months, that the amount is withdrawn for the duration of the 12 months. In such a situation, an average time duration we will be taking here is how much, that is 6 months. Okay, so how we will be calculating the interest on drawings in such a situation, that it's going to be like how, that is the total drawings amount withdrawn into rate upon 100, then after that into 6 upon 12. Now children, there is an important condition here it comes, that's about the point number 2. When deed permits to provide for the interest on capital, you know the total drawings is also being given, rate is also being given, but along with this rate there is no per annum word is suffixed. Okay, means along with the rate, you know generally we used to get the word per annum. Per annum stands for what? That is for the yearly basis. Okay, so the per annum word is not mentioned over there. So it's not a printing mistake if the per annum is not being made. It simply means that we are not supposed to take care of the time interval. In such a situation, the drawings will be calculated total amount of the drawings into simply rate upon 100. Okay, in such a situation, the drawings will be calculated like how? That's the total drawings into simply rate upon 100. We are not supposed to take any average time interval or any time interval. This is the condition or the case number 2. The case number 3 is, now suppose if this happens, like actually there is a partner in the business and who withdraws the amount for his personal use from the business, you know, on an unequal time intervals. Like suppose, let us assume he is withdrawing some amount. Let us assume he is withdrawing 5,000 on 1st Jan. Okay. Then after that he is withdrawing like 10,000 on 31st March. Then after that he is withdrawing like 20,000 on 1st August. So therefore the amount has also been different, and the time interval has also been different. In such a situation, how to calculate the interest on drawings? This is what the condition number 3 states over here. Okay, so we will see in such a situation how and through which particular following method we can calculate the interest on drawings. Now the next thing here it comes is, sometimes the condition may also arise in a way when a partner is withdrawing uniform amount during the uniform time intervals. So in such a situation, how to calculate the interest on drawings, this is what we will be dealing here further. So what does this basically stands for? Suppose if a partner is withdrawing 5,000 rupees on 1st Jan, then same 5,000 rupees on 1st Feb, like 1st March, and then after that 1st April, like that, if continuously the partner is withdrawing the same amount just actually for a uniform time duration, means like throughout the year, just at the beginning of every month, if the partner is withdrawing. So in such a situation, how to calculate the interest on drawings, that is what we will be dealing in the condition number 4. So let us deal each and every condition here through a practical question. So therefore, first we will be discussing about the first case when the total drawings has been given, the time duration has not been given, but actually the deed provides for the interest on interest on drawings. That's the reason we are being given with the rate of interest on drawings. So the first we will be dealing a numerical question based upon this. Then after that we will be discussing about the case number 2 and the further cases like this. Dear students, here now we are going to discuss about a practical problem which is based upon the case number 1 and case number 2 relating to the interest on drawings. So we have discussed about what is this case number 1 and what is that case number 2. Let us discuss a numerical question based upon the case number 1 and case number 2. Then we will be dealing with the further cases. Okay, the case number 1 says, as per the case number 1, we have seen it here. When the total drawings has been given and the rate of the drawings has been given, that means actually the deed permits for the interest on capital, okay, for charging for the interest on capital. So in such a situation, what is to be done? This is the case number 1 which we discussed. Okay, so let's read the question first. So calculate Anshika's drawing. This is the question about. The condition number 1 is, if she has withdrawn rupees 40,000 during the year, and interest on drawings is charged at 10% per annum. So children, again here you can see from the condition number 1, there is no clarity about the date is given. So when there is no clarity about the date is given, we have seen that is we need to automatically take up the average time duration, and this average time duration is going to be as how much? 6 monthly basis if we are assuming it for a year. That means year means just for a duration of the 12 months. So how to calculate the Anshika's interest on drawings over here? That is actually, right? So that is this amount he is withdrawing it for throughout the year. So we will be doing it here 40,000 into what is the permissible rate as per the partnership deed. That's how much the Anshika is allowed Anshika is to pay to the firm as an interest on drawings. It is 10 upon 100. Student, you can see it here. This is at 10% per annum, and the word per annum is suffixed with the 10%. That means we need to take care of the time interval. Means we need to take care of the average time interval. So 40,000 into 10 upon 100 into 6 upon 12. In the absence of any time duration, we have already gone through that the deed provides that the average time duration has to be taken as 6 monthly basis, because we are assuming that the amount is withdrawn evenly throughout the year. So 40,000 into 10 upon 100 into 6 upon 12. Okay, so how much? The rate of the interest on drawings, if we will be solving this further, how much rate of the interest on drawings that we will be getting it here? We will be getting it here if it is being calculated in as per the case number 1. We are going to get the interest on drawings as how much? 2,000 rupees. Okay, as per the case number 1, the interest on drawings is how much? 2,000 rupees. Now let's see for the case number 2 what we are supposed to do. So the case number 2 says that Again, the Anshika has withdrawn rupees 40,000 during the year and interest on drawings is charged at 10%. Okay, children, just actually try to analyze the difference between the two cases. All the things are the same. But here the per annum is suffixed here, but you can find it here. There is no per annum word being added. When the per annum word is not added with that of a rate, so therefore, even if the time interval or the time duration has not been given, then we are not supposed to take any average time duration. So in such a situation, we will be calculating the interest on drawings for throughout. Okay. So how to calculate the interest on drawings in this particular case? 40,000 into 10 upon 100. As the per annum word, you can find it here, no per annum word is there. So hence we won't be using any time interval along with the rate. Okay, it will be simply directly will be calculating in a way 40,000 into 10 upon 100. So in such a situation, what is the interest on drawings we are going to have it? The interest on drawings in such a situation we are going to have here is how much? 4,000. Okay, so this is the case number 1 and case number 2. We need to take care of it while calculating the interest on drawings. Okay, so as for the case number 1, we calculated Anshika's interest on drawings is 2,000, and as for the case number 2, we calculated the Anshika's interest on drawings is how much? That is the 4,000. Now we will be discussing the case number 3 through our numerical. Yes, dear children, now we are going to discuss about now the case number 3. The case number 3 says that unequal amount is withdrawn on the different dates. Okay, it says that the unequal amount is withdrawn on the different dates. Means, as I told you earlier, a person is withdrawing some amount on 1st Jan. Then after that, a person is withdrawing, some amount there on, we can say that 30th of April, that is to a different amount. When there is an, you can say that lack of uniformity is there in the amount withdrawn and as well as the date when it has been withdrawn. In such a situation, how to calculate the interest on drawings? This is what the next thing we are going to discuss here. In such a situation, the interest on drawings can be calculated by the 2 ways. Am I right? The first method here it comes is, that's a simple method, and the second method we can calculate the interest on drawings in such a situation is what we call it as a product method. Okay, in case of a simple method, you can say the interest on drawings can be calculated differently, individually for each amount withdrawn separately. Okay, so therefore for the each amount withdrawn we will be calculating the interest on drawings separately in case of the simple method. So hence the formula for the interest on drawings in such a situation is going to be the amount of the drawings into rate upon 100 into whatever the months, that for that time duration we are supposed to pay the interest, divided by 12. Okay, months upon 12 means, suppose if a person has withdrawn the amount on 1st July, got it? So therefore for that particular year, that particular person has to pay the interest up to, if the year is ending at the 31st December, so that particular person will be paying the interest up to 31st December, means it's for the duration of the 6 upon 12. So we will write down here 6 upon 12. Okay, so it depends upon the conditions, it varies upon the circumstances, and according to the date of the drawings we will be taking up the months, it will change accordingly. And the second thing in comes is that the product method. Product method stands for, suppose if we don't want to calculate the interest on drawings for the different amounts separately. Okay, and when you are being given with the the number of the drawings being withdrawn by the partners with the amount and on the different time intervals. So we can calculate the interest on drawings in such a situation using a table or in a tabular form representation. We can do it here, and based upon that we can calculate the interest on drawings in such situation. Okay, so in such a situation what we will be doing it here, we will be making up a table with the column, that is the first amount of drawn, then after that the month duration for which actually that is the drawings is being done, then after that we will be calculating a product of it. When the product has been calculated, the total product has been added, then this formula will be used. Interest on drawings is equals to total product into rate upon 100 and into, you can say that is an average time duration which we are supposed to take is into 1 upon 12. Okay, so this is actually these two methods will be used when an amount is withdrawn by the partner. You can say this unequally. I mean, when there is no uniformity between the time interval throughout which the drawings has been made, or there is no uniformity in the amount which is being withdrawn. In such a situation, we uses these two methods. Okay, that is the simple method and the product method. So let us discuss, or let us understand this concept of the simple method and product method, through one numerical question. So therefore, this theoretical concept will be clear to you even more. Here we are with the questions based upon the case number 3, and where we have already seen, as per the case number 3, if we need to calculate the interest on drawings, then we can use two methods. One is a simple method and another one is the product method. So we will be dealing this very particular question from both the aspects, from both the angles, that is from the simple method and as well as from the product method. So here the question says here, let us go through the question first. Sabha is a partner in a firm. She withdrew the following amounts during the year ending on 31st March 2018. So closing year we are supposed to take it here is what? That is actually 31st March 2018. That means our accounting year is starting from 1st April, okay, and it closes on when? That is the 31st March of the consecutive year or the next year. So this Sabha's drawings is being given here. On 1st May she withdrew how much? 20,000 rupees. On 31st July she withdrew how much? 10,000 rupees. On 30 September she withdrew 30,000, and 30 November she withdrew 40,000, and on 1st Jan she withdrew 20,000, and on 31st March she withdrew how much? That is 25,000. So children, you can find it here. The time intervals here is unequal. Okay, the first drawing is on 1st May, the next is on 31st July, and 30 September, 30 November, like that. There is no similarity or uniformity. You can find it here with reference to the time intervals. Same is the case with the amounts. Okay, the first she withdrew earlier 20,000, then she withdrew 10,000, like that. In such a situation, when there is no uniformity is there in the time interval, and as well as you can say that the dates, in such a situation we are supposed to use which two methods? Either the simple method and the product method in order to calculate the interest on drawings. Okay, so for this very purpose, as you can see, therefore I do have this many instances of the drawings, okay, regarding Sabha. So in order to just have a clarity, I prefer to draw here a table. Okay, so I have drawn a table over here, and in this table I have just actually divided it into the 4 columns here. Okay, the first column is meant for date, second is for the amount withdrew. Okay, this amount stands for the amount withdrawn by her, and third is the time period. We will see how to calculate the time period here right now. And the next is like actually the last column is meant for what? That is for the interest on drawings. Okay children, so let us find out the time period and interest on drawings based on this particular case. Okay, so 1st May, how much amount she withdrew? She withdrew 20,000. Okay, so that means from 1st May to 31st March, for that particular year, the amount is with her. For that she is supposed to pay the interest on drawings to the firm. So let us find out like actually what is the time interval, because she is not keeping the whole amount. Am I right? She is not keeping the amount for the whole year. Okay, she is actually drawing the amount on 1st May. So she will be paying the interest from 1st May to 31st March of the next year. So it will be calculated like this, as it's a 1st May. So take the May also into account. So it's going to be like this: May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, okay, 8, then January, February, March. If you'll count it, it's going to be as how much? 11 months. So let's write down here 11 in place of what? In place of the time duration of the period over here. Similarly, 31st July. So let's count from 31st July to 31st March. Okay, it's 31st July means end of the July. Don't take the July, that's why. If it's at the end of the month, don't include that month in the counting. So 31st July basically means we will be starting our counting from 1st August onwards. So it's going to be August, September, October, November, December, January, February and March. So how many months? That is, it's going to be as 8 months. Okay children, now the next 30th September to 31st March. Okay, again it's end of the September, so don't take September. We will be taking here from October, 1st October onwards. So October, November, December, January, February and March. So what is the time duration here we will be getting here? In such a situation, we will be getting the time duration as how much? That is 6. Okay. So similarly for 30 November. Okay, don't take the November again because it's end of the November. So we will be starting our month calculation from 1st December. December, January, February and March. So how many months like we will be having it here? That we will be having here is 4 months. Next, 1st Jan. So 1st Jan means the beginning of the January, so include January as well. So January, February, March. We are going to have here is how much? 3 months interest has to be paid, that means. Okay, 31st March means just end of the year, and just end of the year only the amount is withdrawn. So therefore for the calculation of the drawings, actually let us write down 0 because there is no valid time interval or the duration applicable over here. Now in case of a simple method, now how to calculate the drawings here is for every amount withdrawn, we will be applying the formula and we will be calculating it separately. This is a lengthiest method, okay, isn't it? Like if it is asked in the question to solve it by the simple method, then only go for it. But whenever you are having the more the number of the drawings, and the more the amounts according to that, it's preferably better that we follow what? That's the product method, okay, isn't it? But simple method, as you should know, what is the simple method basically about? That's the reason we are solving the same question from both the point of view. Okay, so let's discuss the what will be the drawing for this very particular amount. Okay, so how to calculate the drawings here for the 1st May. How to calculate the interest on drawings over here for the 1st May? It will be like this. Okay, for the 1st May, the interest on drawings will be calculated like this. 20,000 into what is actually the rate of the interest on drawings is being given? It is given here as 9% per annum. Okay children, what's the rate of the interest on drawings being given here? It is given here is 9% per annum. Okay, so 9% per annum is being given here. Per annum word is there. That means we are supposed to take the time interval. So 20,000 into 9 upon 100. What is the time interval for which we are supposed to pay the interest? I mean the subby is supposed to pay the interest to the firm. That is into 11 upon 12. Okay, this is how actually your equation will be there for the calculation. So let us solve this out over here. So when we will be solving it here, so we will be getting actually how much? That's the amount if we will be just actually solving it here. So the amount should come out 1250. Okay, so when you will be solving this here, so therefore the amount that you are supposed to calculate, like it should be 1650, not 1250. Am I right? That it should be calculated here as for what? That is actually for the 11 months duration, and the interest on drawings you will be getting here is what? That is 1650 after the calculation. Now the next thing here it comes is second case, 31st July. Okay, this is for, if you will talk about, this is for the 1st May we calculated. Now let us similarly calculate for the 31st July. Okay, 31st July interest on drawings. IOD stands for interest on drawings. Okay, same rate is applicable over here. Amount is different. 10,000 into 9 upon 100 into what's the time duration for which the interest on drawings is to be paid by Sabha to the firm? That is 8 upon 12. So let us solve this here. So if we will be solving this, we will be getting how much? We will be getting the value here is, that is how much? 600. Okay, so what is the interest on drawings in the second condition? We will be getting it here when we will be solving this very particular equation. We will be getting it for the 8 months. We will be getting here how much? That is 600. Okay, similarly for 30 September. How to solve for the 30 September? Children, that is the 30 September. So for the 30 September, if you will talk about what is the amount withdrawn? So the amount withdrawn for the 30 September is equals to 30,000. 30,000 into how much rate? Rate will remain the same, 9 upon 100 into the time duration is 6 upon 12. Okay, because it's meant for what? That is, it's because it's meant for, that is a 6 monthly duration. Okay, it's meant for the 6 months. Already we kept it calculated here. So when we will be solving this out over here, so we will be getting the value here when we'll be just actually multiplying this with, so we will be getting the value here as how much? It's 2700 divided by 2. So the interest on drawings in such a situation, just half of the 2700 we can do it here. So it's 1350. So it is how much here? 1350 will be the interest on drawings in case of the case number 3. Okay, the case number 3 means this is actually for the 6 months duration, 30 September. Case number 3, the interest on drawings is 1350. Similarly, you can calculate for the 30 November. Let us calculate for the 30 November. 30 November is going to be as same. What is the amount for 30 November? 40,000 into, what is the monthly duration? That is, the monthly duration is, actually we need to calculate the interest on drawings for the duration of the 4 months. Rate will remain the same. 9 upon 100 into 4 upon 12. Okay, so this is how we will be solving this here. So when we will be solving this here, okay, got it here children? So how much will be for 30 November? What will be the interest on drawings? We will be getting it here. That is actually 400 into this 3 remaining. So we will be getting the interest on drawings for, that is actually for this time duration. How much? That is 1200. And similarly, we will be calculating for 20,000. Okay. So the 1st January, how to calculate? Again, 30,000 into 9 upon 100 into, okay, for how many months duration? 3 upon 12. So let us solve this here. So we will be getting the value. How much? Like we will be getting the value here is finally 30,000 into 9 upon 12. If we will be doing it here, that is 15,000 if we multiply it further. So we will be getting the value here is how much? Further being solved as 450. Okay, so in the last case we will be having the interest on drawings as how much here? That is 450. And at the end you can find it here. There is no need to actually to pay for that is the interest, because that is the time interval for which we are calculating the interest on drawings is 0 here. So therefore no interest on drawings. We can write down 0, or you can put a dash also here, not a problem. Now let's actually calculate the total, and the total of these interest on drawings for the different time intervals and for the different amount withdrawn, which we will be adding it up together, will be called as what? That's the interest on drawings. Okay, so if we'll add it up together, we will be getting the answer as how much? That the answer that we are supposed to get it here will be like, if we'll just calculate it here, 0, 0, then after that next is 5 plus 5, 10, 15. Okay, then after that 12, then 15, 16, 17, 17 plus 4, 21. Then we will be getting it here, that is, if we will solve it here all together, the answer or the total interest on drawings we will be getting after adding up the total interest, we calculated for every amount. It's coming here as how much? 5250. Okay, it's coming here as how much? 5250. So hence this 5250 is the answer. Okay, this 5250 is what? That this is the answer here in this very particular case. Okay, now the same case, same question, we will be discussing it with that of the product method also. So you'll come to know about it using the product method, how to solve the question. So it will be very easy for you to choose which one is the most apt method and the easy method. So remember children, unless the question specifies that it has to be solved through the simple method or the product method, kindly choose that method which is pretty time saving, as well as you can actually avoid any kind of the hassles in doing this. So use that particular method for solving. So same question, let us deal with that of the second method, and that second method is the product method. Here we are going to discuss the same question with that of what? That is the product method. Okay, so in case of the product method, we will be just doing a slight changes in the table which we have made it here. The date column will remain the same as usual. The amount of the drawings, as given in the question, we will be taking it down. And the period, what we have discussed earlier in the previous simple method case will be the same. And the one additional new column extra which we have made it over here is that's what is for that of the product. Okay. So here in this very particular method, we need to calculate the product and we need to find out the total of the product, and we will be using up the formula to calculate the interest on drawings. Okay. So therefore, let's find out the product. How to calculate the product here? This table of the amount multiplied with that of the period. So I am assigning number 1 to this amount and I am assigning number 2 to this second column, that is period. So product basically means what? 1 into 2. Okay, the product basically means that is the first column into the second column is what we can get it here as the product. So 20,000 into 11. How much we will be getting it here? That is 20,000 into 11 if we will be multiplying it with it. So definitely the product we can get it here is 2,20,000. Okay children, now the next is 10,000 into 8. The product we can have it here is what? That is 80,000. Okay. Now the next here is 30,000 into 6. The product, that's what we can get it here is how much? 1,80,000. Okay children. I mean the same thing, we are following the same thing which we have discussed in the previous method. Okay, there is no change in that. It's followed as very same and similar to that of. Now the next is 40,000 into 4 if we will be doing it here, like to calculate. The product here is how much? 1,60,000. Okay, no need to make a dash, just actually to keep the alignment proper. I have drawn these lines in between, but while drawing the table, there is no requirement that you should also draw these lines here in between. Kindly just actually make a note of this. Okay, just I have drawn this, so therefore I can keep the alignment of these two columns at the same level. Now the next is 20,000 into 3 is how much? That is 60,000. 25,000 into 0 if you will talk about. So what is actually the value? You will be getting it here. That is absolutely 0. Got it? Now we need to find out the total of the product. The total of the product basically stands for what? The total of or just these amounts. Okay. So we will be having here as how much? That is actually, if we will be calculating it over here, that is 18, 8 plus 8, 16, 17, 18, 18 plus 6, 24, 24 plus 6 is how much? That is actually, that is 30. 3, 5, 6, 7. Hence, we are going to get, or we got actually, the total product. That is how much? That is 7 lakhs. Okay, the product is 7 lakhs. So, we can use the formula here to calculate the interest on drawings is. Interest on drawings is equals to total product. Got it here children? The total product into rate upon 100 into the average time duration, which we can use it for here is 1 upon 12. The total product here, that is 7 lakh, we got it. Rate is already given in the question, 9% per annum. So 9 upon 100 into 1 upon 12. So 1 upon 12 is an average time duration. It's been taken here because we are taking up the total product. Means we are multiplying it and we are just actually, multiplying it to and increasing its numbers. So in order to bring it up to its original level, this is the reason we are taking up this time interval, the average time interval as 1 upon 12. So let us solve this here to find out how much value here it comes. So children, the thing here it comes is whether you are following the simple method and the product method, it will give you the same interest on drawings. Okay, isn't it? Answer will be the same. Even if you will solve, you are going to get the interest on drawings even in this situation as how much? That is 5,250. The same what we have got in case of the simple method. Okay, so that's the thing here it comes is actually whether you are following the product method or the simple method, it will give you the same answer. But the factor it comes is you need to choose which method is short and simple for you. Okay, unless the question mentions, okay, you choose the easiest and the short way. And if the question specifies to calculate it using the product method and the simple, then there is no way out remaining. You are supposed to opt that very particular method. Now here we are with the case number 4. The case number 4, we have seen it already. It deals with if suppose you in uniformity, the amount is withdrawn from the business by the partner, and apart from this during the same time interval. Like actually a person is withdrawing in the every beginning of every month the same amount, and just in a regular time intervals. So uniform time intervals and uniform amount withdrawn. In such a situation, how to calculate the interest on drawings? This is the condition number 4 which we are supposed to discuss here. So we have discussed the condition number 4 here, and we have seen it here, how to deal with it. So therefore there are if you talk about, there are 2 methods being applicable in case of the condition number 4. We can solve this particular case either by the product method or either by the average period method. So comparatively than the product method or average period method, average period method is just actually the shorter method, you can say, and it's an easy method in comparison to that of the product method. So product method already we have discussed here, even for the case number 4, just actually the pattern will remain the same. Now we are going to discuss here how to calculate the average period and how to use this average period method in order to calculate the interest on drawings.